Test. 1, 2, 3. What is going on, team? It is Ricky with Technical Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Sunday. It is October 1st, and it's time to prepare for the overall week. Like many of you guys saw on Friday, we saw an unfortunate drop, not just because of the debate, right? But shortly after that, we received news that President Trump and the First Lady confirmed or tested positive for COVID. So we saw the overall market tank. Overall market was selling off, and even leading up to the aftermarket trading hours, we saw the market pull back quite a bit. Over the weekend, we've seen as of October 2nd, right? We've heard pretty good news that he is recovering or feeling better much quicker than anticipated due to his age, which is, I think, one of the reasons that the market is up right now. So before we even talk about any of the top stocks that you all see value in, I just wanted to give you my 2 cents. You guys can comment anything down below. Of course, hopefully, we all wish him like a speedy recovery, but it seems like he might be making a comeback quicker than expected, right? And we can see that with how the market reacted due to that. The market's already up nearly 1%. Of course, this doesn't mean anything as the market doesn't open until literally 12 hours from right now. So this thing can be up 1%, but if by the time the market opens, if it ends up pulling back, then just know that we will most likely pull back with it as well. So I just wanted to give you guys an update based off of the /NQ future, which is great for overall market direction, especially if you are someone that pays attention to tech stocks, right? This is /ES, which is the S&P 500 future. And again, depending on what trading platform you use, it could be completely different. So what is going on? I just jumped right into this and I didn't even say what's up. So what's going on? Rick Wanders, what's up? So we have a couple people joining us. Who's joining us for the first time? I want to see a show of hands. I want to see if I can catch any new names. So we got Rogelia, we got Matt, we got Michael. How you doing? Michael Mendez. That's a solid name. We got Mike. Is it Red Scene? I'm trying to pronounce the name. So we got Raheel. What's up? I'm new. What's going on, Tenzin? What's up? So we got Johnny. That's new. First time is Wesley. I like it. Well, I really do appreciate you guys taking time out of your Sunday to join me. Hopefully I don't take too much of your guys' time. I hope that you guys learned something new. If you guys do, maybe you guys can consider smashing that like button. Of course, it helps us out. Only if we earn it, right? So just have it hovering over that. But what is going on? So we got... Is it Jeremiah? We got Jesse. We got Luis. We got Angel, Edwin, Carlos. We got BB Gutierrez. Oh, share the same last name. The Miller. We got, is it Mimi? Nice. So Poop is from, okay. All right, here we go. Frank, what's up? George, Scotty, Nathan, Victor. Is that Charin? Owen, I like it. Well, again, I really do appreciate you guys tuning on in. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I want to start breaking down the top stocks that you all see value in this week, and I'm just going to be sharing my 2 cents, right? At the end of the day, you should never want to trade or take a trade based off of someone else's opinion, but it's never, a bad idea to hear people out as long as they have a reason behind what it is that they do. So we got Michael Mendez already sharing it in the ticker call out format. I appreciate that. That's for ticker symbol NEE. So that's the one that we're going to be starting off with. Also, just a friendly reminder, if you guys already have your day trader mouse pads, then just ignore this. But we're running our biggest sell ever for our mouse pads on the apparel store. So if you guys have ever wanted this, you guys could refresh your screen. It's the third link down below, and it includes shipping. So it's 3 to 5 day shipping. We ship it here from sunny Arizona, and it's $19.99. So if you guys want the Bull, if you guys want the Secure the Bag, any of the Monopoly ones, right, or the Wall Street, the Bear, this one already sold out, but the rest are still available, and that ends tonight. So even after you watch this, just make sure you guys check that out. And again, that sale ends today, and they'll go back to their $30 price point. So let's go ahead and break these down. So here we go. I'm going to go on the 180-day chart just so we can check it out. So one of the things that I really like to focus on are three things, right? I have a set list of criteria that stocks must meet before I decide to trade them, especially if there's something that I don't normally trade. The first thing is overall direction. I like there to be, I like the overall direction to be in my favor, right? It's much easier. It's not easy, but it's much easier to grow your trading account when the direction is in your favor versus buying something that's like selling off. So this isn't a bad direction. I just wouldn't say that this thing is proactively uptrending. The second thing is I like there to be a consistent pattern. I would say that this is pretty consistent, but not in a good way. This thing's kind of just in a consolidation phase. And almost for the past 2.5 months, it really has had not many pushes, right? This thing isn't proactively pushing up. It's not proactively pulling back down. It is literally just stagnant. It's plateaued. And I don't like trading stocks like that because direction is unclear and there's uncertainty. The third thing is I like to focus on good deals based off of current trading prices, right? To where it's been for the past 2.5 months. I don't see anything significant that this is like, like a really good deal. Oh, this is about to blow up or anything like that. So just because it doesn't meet my criteria doesn't mean that it can't meet yours. But as of right now, it looks like they announced this 4-to-1 split. And that's something that normally isn't a positive notion. So I'll set my alerts to see if there's any significant movement. But until then, I just would not want to put my money in something that's kind of just stagnant. And let me know what you think about that. So I learned about support and resistance. Ariel, nice. Congratulations. So what advice would you give someone with a cash account who cannot buy pre-market? You don't have to trade pre-market. Trading is the idea of choosing to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. They don't always have to present themselves pre-market. They don't have to present themselves at market open. Sometimes they can happen after market, right? The idea is stop being so obsessive about when's the perfect time to trade and understand, more of the idea that it's when the opportunity presents itself. Opportunity is not based on a schedule. It's not based off of all opportunities present themselves within the first hour of the market open. It's not like that. It's not that, just black and white. It really, depending on what it is that you tend to trade. For me, it might be a little bit easier because I trade the same 2 ETFs. But something that really helps me out is setting effective alerts, because when I set very effective alerts, I can get alerted and reminded when the action is actually happening and not when I hope it happens or I take a position just because I can and stuff like that. So, all right, we got ticker symbol MESO. Let's see. Nope, not that one. All right, so significant drop. We saw a drop all the way down to $12. Okay, so it's done this before. So I don't like to trade. These are pretty much like, this is a gapped down, so you're hoping that it gaps right back up like it has before. So to set my alerts, confirmation is key. We know that, of course it's done it before, but it doesn't mean that things can get worse before they get better. So make sure you set your alerts and also understand that there's 2 sides to every trade, right? Just as much as it could go up, it could go down. So it sets your alerts to see if it breaks above, and begins to make higher highs. And also if it begins to sell off, then at least you don't take a position or you at least manage your risk. So based off of where we're at right now to potential recovery, I see why you're paying attention to it. The margin's pretty great. You guys are doing a great job today posting it in the ticker call out format. So I appreciate you guys for that. What's going on, Matt? Hope you're having an amazing day. So KSS, here we go. So we got the 3rd stock down. Okay, so Kohl's with a recent dip. So I see why you're paying attention to it. We just got recent confirmation for the break above the EMA line based off of previous resistance levels here and here. We can see that the upside potential, if you guys see my little trend line tool, upside potential is actually much more than I anticipated. So I see why you're paying attention to it. I actually like this more than I thought. Obviously, it doesn't have to make a full recovery, and we can begin to make lower highs here. So I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, right? I'm not here to sell you on the idea that you're right 100% of the time. I want you to always think about worst case scenario and create an exit plan for that, right? Risk management is so overlooked nowadays that if you really want to do well in the market, you can't just think about profit potential. You also have to think about minimizing your losses. So I like the setup. I like the idea. I like the opportunity. Now we just need to watch our position size and also make sure we manage our risk, right? Because if it goes well and then all of a sudden we see that it gets rejected off the SMA line and then begins to drop back down, don't be afraid to lock in profits. 20% is the goal, but if you walk away with 5 or 10%, are you actually going to be upset? No, it's the idea of, again, the opportunities are always different, so it doesn't have to make that full recovery. And we have seen it before get rejected around the SMA line. So just make sure that you're aware of both sides and that your main focus every single day is getting in when it makes sense and getting out when there's a breakup pattern. So actually, out of all the stocks, well, out of the 3 we've broken down so far, this one's my favorite. So I appreciate you tuning on in and sharing your top stock with us. So STMP, what is going on, Jason? STMP. Here we go. All right, so I like that you are focusing on something that is above the EMA line, showing signs of an uptrend, and recently broke above the SMA line. The SMA line, for those that don't know, it is this green line right here. It's the simple moving average. It's something that I would say more like long-term investors or swing traders take into consideration. The EMA line, because it moves a little bit quicker, is more inclined for like day traders and stuff like that. So as of right now, we're on a steady rally, and this is the only thing, again, just playing devil's advocate. It's pushed up enough that it could be viewed as it being overbought, and we can see a potential pullback. So look at the MACD, look at the RSI. These are just indicators that I use as a reference, never solely a reason on why I take a position, but just be aware of that it doesn't have to make the full recovery to where it has before, right? Market, especially now, due to everything that's going on, is very inconsistent. So again, really nice potential, but if you see a break of pattern, don't be afraid to, lock in profits and keep some money in your pocket, right? So I like this one. So I appreciate you sharing this one with me. So, all right. So Jake, we already broke down MESO. So just a little heads up on that. Alrighty. JWN. Here we go. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. So Nordstrom is bougie. No, I'm just kidding. The stock ain't looking too hot though. Nordstrom has been on a consistent overall descending pattern, and this is just something that you have to take into consideration. It's been selling off ever since the midst of the pandemic and has not recovered. It's been making lower lows and lower highs, and you remember the 3 criteria. One of those criteria were direction. This overall direction is playing against you. If you were to look at your trading account and for the past year, if it were to look like this, is that something that you would want to invest in? Well, no, because the overall direction is in against you, right? It's descending. It's not saying that you can't make money on short-term, pushes, but you just have to understand that you take on a greater form of risk when the overall direction is in your against you. So I would set my alert if it continues to indicate signs of an uptrend. I would watch that position size, and my main focus would be lock in profits and or make sure risk management is A1. If you suck at risk management, I would stay away from descending stocks. Just my 2 cents. CRK. What's going on? Sugar Wolf? CRK. That's a creative username. You guys crack me up with those. All right, so Common Stock Resources Incorporated. So we've been selling off, right? We've been making lower lows and lower highs. And just when we thought right here that we're going to show signs because of this consolidation, right? It was showing signs of a potential reversal. It continued to sell off. So let that be a perfect example of what can happen now. Until we get confirmation of higher highs, I want you to be careful because, again, a lot of people got faked out probably right here, and then as it continued to make new lows. So, again, I just want to make sure that you watch your position size and that you don't enter too early. I don't know if it was just me when I was first getting started, and this happens still to me from time to time, but sometimes we get in a little bit early. And let me see a show of hands of how many times does the market open, you enter a stock, and then you're like, shoot, I think I bought in too early. 30 minutes later, you're like, wow. After it played out, you're like, wow, I just wish I would have never gotten into that stock because now it makes much more sense on why I shouldn't have. Sometimes it's the very simple things in life that people tend to overcomplicate. And trust me, the stock market is no exception. So let me know if you guys can relate to that. And if you can, then guess what? One of the very simple things that we can do is, maybe giving it a little bit more time before we go all in into our positions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's break down 4 more stocks. 4 more stocks. So we have a lot of people sharing stocks, but not in the ticker call out format. What's that all about? What's all that about? Let's see. So we got HP here with LCA. I like that. Oh man, people getting lazy on us now. They want to make money but don't want to put in the work. What? I don't think that's our people, right? You guys don't want to just randomly make money and not put in work. Stock market's not easy, right? So why are we trying to take the easy way out? You don't think it's worth to plan? Nope. All right, so LCA. So we saw a pretty significant drop. Again, this is showing signs of, for those that are watching, that are like, okay, well, what am I looking at here? Well, based off of previous resistance levels here, right? And based off of previous performance levels, what we're anticipating here is because we sold off, that it can begin to formulate a reversal, kind of like we saw here, right? Where it makes a recovery and then makes a recovery back to previous resistance levels, which is around 20%. So I don't know why every stock today is nearly 20%, but I see what you see here. We just don't have confirmation. So this is why I set my 2 alerts here. And also if it begins to sell back off, then again, there's 2 sides to every trade. So I like what you see here. Now we just need to wait for more proper confirmation. So I like how we got Frank putting VTR with arrows, but you're not posting it in the ticker call out format. Like we got Murr right here, and he just posted in the ticker call out format, and I'm gonna break it down. It's that simple. I want, again, and I know I'm joking with you guys a little bit, but like, I need you to plan out your trades. It's not for my own good. I'm not trading these. It's for your own good. While you plan these out, mentally, you're going to like second guess yourself. You're going to like be like, hey, maybe that's not the best time to buy. Maybe that's not the best stock to trade right now. Yeah, maybe it's really not worth it. I need you to go through that whole thought process before you take these trades, because the market is so accessible. I need you, for your own good, to plan them out. I want you to have a plan every single time that you trade. So again, I'm not trying to be hard on you, and I really don't mean to be upsetting. I'm trying to do it for your own good, and I hope that you can see that. So SPAQ. So we saw a pretty significant drop, a lot of consolidation around the SMA line, but we're not really making higher highs. So I'm going to keep this one super short and sweet, and I'm going to set alerts on both sides. So I see why, based off of previous resistance levels, that you're paying attention to it. One of the things that I want to say about this is this thing looks like it gets pumped very often. So first off, this would not be something that I would trade. It's a high risk, high reward type of hopeful stock that looks like it went through a lot of hype and its volume is dying out now. I would be very iffy about this, and I think things can get worse before they get better. This just is not something that is up my alley in the things that I trade. So I want to be open with you guys. If you see value in it, then great, all power to you. But for myself, it's going to be a no for me, dog. Here we go. We got ticker symbol NIO from Joseph. Here we go. NIO. Okay, so NIO, doing a lot of consolidation around the EMA line. I would say that it's a very similar setup to like what we had going on here. So you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, and I hope that it continues to uptrend, but it's pushed up so much that now it's consolidating, and it tends to do this where it pulls back a little bit and then it dip buys, and then or it dips and then it picks right back up. So again, pushes up, becomes overbought, breaks below the EMA line, sells off a little bit. A little correction is always healthy for something that's consistently uptrending, and then it begins to uptrend again. So I would anticipate more of a pullback, being able to buy it for a better deal, and then if it continues that overall uptrend, then you can average up on your position. But that's something that I would wait out for. I think it's a little bit more on the overbought side and not so much of a good deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have one more. One more team. We got one more stock to break down. Oh, look who decided to join us today. How you doing, Ish? There we go. The ticker call out format for all you people. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. For those that I've already broken down your stock or that are watching this, make sure you smash that like button. If you don't, I don't know if we're going to be able to host this next week, guys. I just don't know. Yo, what's going on? All right, here we go. So we got TGT, Grub, NNBR, or DBX. Let's see how quick I can break these down. TGT. All right, so TGT should be pretty easy. A little bit more on the overbought side, or if anything, it just made 180-day highs. I see this thing to be easily on the overbought side. I would wait for a pullback, kind of like we saw here when it made previous 180-day highs, or then we can anticipate a pullback, buy it for a better deal, and then ride the recovery. So that one was too quick. Let's keep it going. So we got Grub. So here we go. We got Grub here. Again, a lot of consolidation, very unclear direction, and because of that, it brings a lot of uncertainty. If you're trying to invest in this long term, this is more of what I see that as. As of right now, it's not a significant drop, it's not a significant push, where I view this to be of any sort a trade. Even with on the investing side, it's not anything where I view this to be a super good deal. But based off of previous highs, I see why you're paying attention to it, but we're at a critical point right around the SMA line where I think that it could actually begin to get rejected, especially after it's been on a consistent, steady uptrend recovery. So we got NNBR. Let's see what that one is. All right, NNBR, a lot of consolidation, unclear direction. Looks like it gets pumped pretty often, and definitely not something that I would personally trade myself. And then we got DBX. Little chat froze. Oh no. Alrighty, so overall very consistent descending pattern, making lower lows, lower highs. So if this is something for a long-term play, then maybe that's up to you. But as of right now, it doesn't look like the overall direction is in our favor, so I can semi-alert and follow up with this then maybe when, again, more clear direction in our favor is presented. So is it just me or did this thing freeze? I really hope our live stream didn't freeze. Oh no. Did we freeze? Oh shoot. Still live? Oh, seeing my own ads. Oh no. Stream is good. Looks like my little chat just froze. There we go. Let's see what we got down here. All right, it's our free Facebook group, the first link down below. If you want to watch me trade live, that's the second group. Or the Learn Plan Profit group, that's the only group I work with and trade live with. And then the apparel line, right? So this is for our mouse pads. I just wanted to see what the links in our bios were. So, but all right. Got people tuning on in. Not frozen. Apple, it's new iPhone. Ooh. Yes. So, wait, I wasn't aware that. I know that they were supposed to announce it, but I wasn't sure that they did already. So, I'll have to double check this. Okay. Definitely something I'll have to look into a little bit more in the near future. So, all right. Yeah, they didn't. That's what I was expecting. So, as of right now, based off of how /NQ is trading, it's still up nearly 1%. So this should act as a positive catalyst for the overall market. Facebook, Amazon, Apple included, as long as those individual stocks don't have negative news bringing them down themselves, right? I'm very excited to see how the overall market reacts to the news of Trump feeling better, and I really hope that that sentiment only continues to indicate signs of an uptrend. But yeah, I mean, that's really just it for today, guys. I know that we still have a couple of you that are asking for me to break down your top stock. One of the things that we can do is you guys can direct message me on Discord. You guys could either direct message me, or if you're part of our Learn Plan Profit group, all you guys have to do is go to group alerts and then just tag me. So as long as you tag me here with your stock in the ticker call out format, I'll direct message you my 2 cents from there. So I'm excited for market open tomorrow. I'm excited to see if the market ends up holding up. And yeah, I feel like we went through a couple of stocks. I think we went through a total of 13, 14 different stocks, and I had some fun. So I hope that we earned your thumbs up. Don't forget to stay connected if you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. There's no rush, right? But it's the second link down below. And if you're not ready for that and you're just wanting to get connected, then you guys can join our free Facebook group, which is the first link down below. So earned a like, brother. I like that, Justin. I appreciate your time. But altogether, I wish you guys nothing but an amazing rest of your Sunday night. Hope you guys get some amazing rest. And we will see you tomorrow at Market Open for our live trading session. So I appreciate your time. Hope and wish you guys an amazing rest of your night. Like always, let's make sure that we